Welcome to the channel, everybody. My name is Ryan, and this is the UnReal world, and we are back with our spirit quest, Resurrected. This is Athena of the Owl Tribe. She is here with us, ready for some traveling. In fact, in the last episode, we finished a quest, which was pretty interesting. The first quest of this type I've ever done. We were asked by this gentleman here to escort him back to the Owl Tribe lands, coincidentally, because we are of the Owl Tribe, but he lives in the Seal Tribe land. So let's take a quick look at the map just so we have an idea of what we're talking about. So here we are in the white area. This is the Owl Tribe. And whoops, if we go all the way over here to the western coast of the island, you can't see the water yet, but this is it over here. This is where we picked him up. Now, the cool thing is he actually offered us some... trying to get rid of this mark here. Hold on. Let me get rid of this thing. Delete. I don't know. I think I put that there by accident. Oh, well, it doesn't matter. So the reward for completing that quest was he gave us some information on a hidden cache of treasure. So I'm really excited to go looking for this stuff. It says, here it is. There's a treasure on a cliff in the northern Seal Tribe land. So we got to head back to the west, back to the coast where we picked him up at the region called Rear Shore. It is hidden somewhere around there within a deep chasm in the cliff. They say there is a casual wealth of the Koivula origin to be found. I wish you all the luck. So Rear Shore is going to be critical in locating this area. If we leave the village real quick and we go out to the world, you will see that actually we can see it right here. Every location on the map has a name. So Stump Summit is currently where we're at, or Cantaloki in the native tongue. Probably pronouncing that wrong. But so in other words, that's going to be one of the keys, I think, to finding the exact location of this treasure is locating the name of that specific region. Now, it is going to be tough, because basically every one of these spots has an individual name. So we got to do some serious searching. You can see this one's called Night Front. Some of them are kind of cool. Some of them are a little bit goofy too, but nonetheless, that's not that important, because what was it we're looking for again? What's it called here? Let me get that name stuck. Rear Shore. Okay. So we've got to narrow it down, obviously, by... oh, I need to eat and drink here. Yeah, we need to narrow this down and find, basically, I guess we'll be looking for a rough, like, description of the geography. He mentioned the cliffs and stuff. And then, like I said, we will identify it, hopefully, by the name. So we become certain, and we know for sure. Oh, we just encountered some reindeer here. I'm getting distracted left and right. Now, in terms of food, I'm not hurting for food at all. We've got tons of food back home. I've got 10 pounds on me. In fact, I might have more than that. No, I've just got a little less than 10 pounds on me. We got a few winter elk furs too. So I could actually trade those for more food. Or if we really get desperate, I can just come back down here. It's going to be a bit of a trip. But here at this location right here, we've got a camp with a bunch of food there. So that's our home base pretty much. We just came up north, kind of exploring initially. And then, when I decided to come over here, we jumped into a village to talk to them. And that's when we got the quest. So it's pretty exciting. I'm ready to get back to the Seal Tribe lands. And we are going to start to search for this treasure in earnest. Okay, so we have arrived here at the Seal Tribe lands. You can see we're in the gray culture. I'm going to zoom in just a little bit. I don't want to go all the way in just yet. But this is us, the red dot right here. There's a few villages, and square, the yellow squares, the triangles are caves. But the most important part is he said that this is located in the northern Seal Tribe lands at a region called Rear Shore. So we are here in the north of the lands. I don't know exactly where. Rear Shore. Now, the name shore, well, the word shore in the name indicates maybe it's on the coastline, right? I assume, yeah, let's see here. So this is the northern shore. Yeah, this isn't a lake. This is actually the sea here that we're looking at. Now, if I look down, I'm watching the bottom now here where it's given me a name. I'm trying to see if that's going to change. Or, okay, yeah, so that's Daywood. So you can see it's more like, it's not individual squares or tiles. Kaisa Shore. It's more like a regional thing, it looks like. So let's keep exploring. I'm going to try and do this systematically. So we'll stay near the coast first. And if we don't find rear shore here, Whirlwild, that's a hard one to say, we'll head a little bit further south until we, come across it essentially. So let's keep canvassing the area, watching the names. Oh, got to rest. Remember to rest here because we are on skis right now. It's still pretty cold out. Actually, it's warming up. Yeah, I just noticed the temperature gauge. If we look, we're day 6 of the 3rd week before summer season. So we're still officially in the winter, but it's the latter winter here. So it's not going to be much longer. It's going to start warming up, which is good and bad because, obviously we'll have more success hunting or at least finding animals, not necessarily success with hunting, but should find more animals out and about. But the problem is we won't be able to travel over the water as easily because now we can just really skate right over the ice and it's usually sturdy enough to support our weight and things like that. But yeah, after a few more weeks, it's no longer going to be. So I'm watching closely that name. We're in the Beating Cove here. And now we're Furfin. Okay. Starting to, let's see, make sure we're definitely still in the northern area. So I will, and we're opening up villages. Sleeping Climb. Interesting. All right, so you can see it's just going to take a little bit of time, a little bit of patience, and I'm going to continue searching here. Any of this area I think is a viable spot to be looking. Hounds Mountain. But, forest reindeer. Now, look. It says it, rear shore. Okay, we found it. This is it. Now, I'm not worried about the deer. I'm just going to exit the area. Well, yeah, I'm going to scare the deer away. And literally scared the poop out of them right there. There's some fresh droppings. So let's go ahead and we're weary. Let's sleep real quick. All right, I want to get some daylight, right? We shouldn't be out here searching at night. That's not going to be that effective. But we're just going to have to push around a little bit till the sun comes up. There we go. Beautiful. So Hounds Mountain, rear shore. It's going to be good, to try and find the perimeter, the outer boundaries of this region here. So, rear shore. All right, well, he did mention some cliffs. This is a mountainous area. So let me go back and read that description very carefully. There's a treasure on a cliff. Northern Seal Tribe lands called rear shore. It's hidden somewhere around there within a deep chasm in the cliff. I don't think he's talking about a cave. I might be wrong, but I didn't notice any caves up here yet. There's a few caves over here. If there was a cave, it would show it, but I'm not seeing any. So we're just looking for cliffs, I think, in a chasm. I assume that means just a little divide or a little crease in the cliff face itself. Interesting. So let's keep looking around. I'm going to go into stealth. You'll see me stealth when I'm moving around, even when I'm not tracking animals or anything like that, just because I like to try and build up my skill as we go along. You can see we're already grandmasters of skiing, but yeah, now we're expert stealthers, but the more practice we get, the better. So even when I'm moving around, especially when speed is not that important to me, I will often just stealth about. So it's good. We can still see the name of the region we're in down here at the bottom, even when we're zoomed in to what they call the local terrain map. That's what this is. This would be, I guess, the world map. Then you've got the actual map. But here we are at the local terrain map is what this is called. So I don't even know what the treasure looks like. Is it just going to be a pile of items or... it must be, right? I don't know. I have zero experience with this kind of quest. But one thing I should also point out is cliffs themselves, for anybody who's not super familiar with what the game is, or you're brand new to it, this right here is a cliff face. So these lines indicate the different elevations of the hill, and they're kind of going down. And this is more of a gentle slope, this light colored. And then you've got a slightly darker. So this is a cliff here too. It's just not as steep. And then you've got these really strong dark gray lines here, we're right behind our dogs. This line over here too, that's a cliff face as well. So if I were to try and move to this and go down it, you can see it's asking me, are you sure you want to climb this? And just as a side note, general tip, unless you're extremely good at climbing, she's skilled at it, but even with this, I'm not going to try it. I'm not worried about climbing. We don't need to. I can literally just go around it. You know what I'm saying? Almost 99% of the cliffs you find in the game, you'll be able to get around them. You know what I'm saying? Occasionally, if you like zoom into a mountain tile, sometimes you'll find yourself at the very peak of the mountain and it's tough to like find a way down. So maybe in that situation you would need to climb. But other than that, the only time you'll ever be climbing is like over fences and stuff, which isn't that dangerous. Climbing cliffs, you can fall and die or hurt yourself. So you got to be careful. But anyway, that's a side note, like I said. So let's keep searching around. We're still in the rear shore. This is so cool, though. And you know what's interesting is there's no indicator here. You know, normally with quests, you'll have some sort of like indicator on the map, you know. But this is a quest reward. It's not officially a quest. It's just our reward for helping the gentleman. So we've got to find this on our own. We don't have any help. So I'm going to essentially just search this mountain, because that's what this is. It's just a mountain on the shore. But if it's not here, that's not a big deal. I'm sure there's going to be some more cliffs in the area. Probably some more mountains too, since we are on the coast. Typically the coastline, whether it's north, south, east, or west, always has mountains dotting it. But I'm not seeing anything. Nonetheless, I haven't given up yet. So let me keep pushing on and exploring. If I find a new region that fits the criteria, I'll bring you guys right back and we'll take a look together. Oh my God, guys, I found it. Do you see it? Do you see it? Yeah, I actually noticed it because of this very strange formation here, the cliffs. There it is, right there. Look, there's a bag. Looks like there might be some furs there. Let's look at it. Oh, it shows us a bag of rye flour, masterwork hand axe, 2 masterwork leather shoes, 3 superior lynx furs, and another bag of rye grain. What? Now, hopefully I don't have to go down there. I'm just going to try and grab it. There we go. Okay, we can just grab it without climbing down the cliff. That is huge. In fact, that literally is a lot to carry right there, but no way. 2 masterwork leather shoes? I'm putting those on right away, at least one of them. Oh boy. Okay, let's see. What kind of shoes am I wearing? I don't even remember. I'm going to take off the leather. Yeah, I bet I didn't even make any shoes. I mean, we have the fur shoes, but that's okay. Let's see. Can I wear them? No, it's not letting me wear them. All right, hold on. Oh, I bet you they're at the top of the list. That's right. They're probably the original pair of shoes we started with. Well, crap. I find fur footwear. Hold on a sec. Let me figure out what's going on. Okay, so for some reason I forgot you can't wear fur and leather shoes at the same time. Most pieces of clothing you can wear like a leather shirt and a fur shirt simultaneously, but shoes are different. Shoes and boots, leather is all you can wear, or fur. You can't have 2 pairs of shoes on, which makes sense. Couldn't really do that in real life, or if you could, well, you're a better person than I am. But nonetheless, we've got ourselves a pair of masterwork leather shoes on. I hope that'll be okay because I don't want to lose my warmth. Yeah, it did take us down a notch on our warmth a little bit, but I think we'll still be okay in terms of our warmth. I don't think that's going to cause us to get frostbite or anything else, so not worried about it. But man, oh man, that's 3 superior lynx furs. That's like, I think that's the best quality fur you can get. Correct me if I'm wrong, because I know that some things can have a perfect modifier, like you can find a perfect shovel and you can find a perfect cooking pot, but I think superior is the best you can get on a fur. I might be wrong though, but man, that is amazingly valuable stuff right there. Wow, that was totally worth it. And the masterwork hand axe, that's pretty huge right there. I already have a hand axe, but it's good to have, you know, a better quality one. Yeah. Damn, that's cool. All right, I have a rock on me too. Drop that, but not too shabby. So we have officially collected our reward for that quest. I love it. And I think I was tempted to mark that on my map, but I don't know why I would do that, just for nostalgia purposes. But let's head over to this village. It has been a minute since we stopped by civilization, so let's check with these folks. Maybe they have another quest for us. I don't know, but I'll just talk to the first adult I see. Okay, now introducing myself, they don't offer any quest or tell me about anybody. So usually if there is a quest on offer in a village, it'll be the very first person you talk to will tell you about it at least, or where the quest giver is. But I don't know just how like wealthy this tribe is. As I've mentioned previously, I don't spend a lot of time up in this part of the world normally when I play. It's kind of the whole reason we came over here was just to explore it, see if maybe we could kill a seal or something. But so the reason I mentioned that is because I'm not sure like if they have much to trade. But obviously they will have some stuff. They'll have some food and things. But I'm just thinking now that we got these lynx furs, honestly, it might. Oh, there's a net. Yeah, I should take some nets. You know what? I'm going to grab both of these items. That little silver pendant or bracelet is what it was. Those are handy. I think there are some quests that require you have silver, and we might need that down the road. In other words, again, I'm not an expert with the questing in this game. It's all new to me from this point on, but I'm just going to pick that up, see what we've got here. Gray seal fur, not worried about that. I thought seal turned into leather. Huh. Yeah, let's just go ahead and trade and pick up these items real quick, see what he wants. Pay my debt. I'll give him my hand axe. Offered is only a start. Okay. Let's see. Do you want the winter elk fur? I want this net. In fact, I should check around. I saw they had an inferior net too. Maybe I should have grabbed that as well. I need at least 3 or 4 of these, just to make it worth my while net fishing. But it is a very good way to catch food. I can also trade away one of these masterwork leather shoes. I don't need 2 pairs of them. Yeah, I got an idea. I'm going to go through here and look for some more nets real quick, and then maybe we'll just trade them straight up fur. Okay, well, this was kind of a steep trade here, but I'm going to go ahead and do it. I'm getting 2 nets and that silver bracelet, and we're trading them our shoes, 2 elk furs, and a hand axe. So I guess it's probably the silver that we trade. I have a feeling that's probably pretty valuable. Let me see. But the nets are good too, and it saves us a lot of effort not having to make our own. Unfortunately, one's inferior, but I don't care about that. It'll be okay. And like I said, I'd like to get 3 or 4 more of these before we actually start to dip them in the water and stuff. But I'm just going to carry them around with me for now. We're definitely pretty heavily weighted down. I don't see us doing a lot of hunting with this kind of penalty. And I've still got 3 superior lynx furs, which is amazing. I'm going to try and hold on to these. Maybe if we encounter a traveling trader, that would be the best use of those, just simply because that's all that the foreign traders will trade for is furs. I mean, they won't take anything else from your weapons, none of that, but they often do have some good stuff on them. But nonetheless, I'm actually thinking of returning back down to our original area here. So it is getting closer towards summer, well, spring, I should say, which means, like I said, the ice is going to start to melt and it's going to be harder to travel. So I think making the long trip is going to be so much easier right now as opposed to trying to do it when I have to maneuver around water and stuff like that. So, there's a nice little elk right in front of me. But, yeah, so I'm going to make the long journey. See, I'm going to zoom out. I'm going to go like in a diagonal, just like basically straight there. We'll open up some more of the map doing it this way. But yeah, it's almost a straight diagonal shot. I'm going to have to go south. It's a long journey, but it's worth doing, and it'll probably be good because I'm starting to get a little bit low on food. We couldn't spend too much time out there longer without trading for some food or doing some hunting or something. So this will be good. Man, oh man, you can see I'm just out of their territory. And we got a long way to go, so not a big deal though. As long as we can travel over the ice, it won't be too hard. All right, we have made it to our destination there. And let me tell you, on the way I encountered about a dozen squirrels, a half dozen birds. So the animals are definitely starting to come out a little bit more, I think. In fact, look at this. We got tracks all over the place here. These are fresh Arctic fox traps. Interesting. You know what? At one point in my spare time, I was making a bunch of fox traps. You see this? I got 6 of them. I think I'm going to take some of these and just dot them around our area. Maybe we'll catch that baby. How old are these tracks? Very fresh. Oh yeah, we're gonna get him. First things first. I think our dogs deserve a much needed rest. So I'm gonna tie them up to the tree. And don't worry, at some point I'll make a little fenced-in kennel for them, and I'll have a bunch of bones for them. Of course, they got bones now too. So let's order them to go ahead and eat. And talk to this one too. There we go. Eat yourselves full, boys. And let me go ahead and drop some of the stuff we've got here. Check this out. Whoa, look at that. We got some more food ready to go. And I'm going to drop my cordage. I like to keep my cordage separate from everything else. It just makes it easier to pick it up whenever you're ready to dry, because you usually have to have, look at all this cordage I've got. I've got over 50 pounds of it sitting here. But, all right, so I'm going to drop this meat, the silverbird bracelet. Don't need all this meat. I'll keep a little bit here so we can do some sacrificing. Also, these 40 pounds of rye flour and grains can be dropped, no doubt about it. Man, we were carrying a lot of stuff, weren't we? And, of course, last but not least, the 3 superior lynx furs. I didn't come across any traders, so that's not a big deal. We'll find some eventually. It would be good, too, to probably have a few more furs ready to go when we do encounter them. This way have more leverage and stuff. That's probably why a good idea to place some of these fox traps. I'm not even going to worry. Oh, let's do a sacrifice. I'm not even going to worry about baiting the traps at all. I bet you we'll still be successful even with no bait in them. And I'm just going to dot a few of them around the area. Not trying to be too thorough here or precise. That one's a little too far. Oh, there he is. See the fox right there? Yeah, I'm not going to worry about hunting them. That's what our traps are for. We'll just let these things do their work. All right, that one's a little bit too far. I like to keep them within sight of the shelter for basically no other reason than it allows me to just wake up in the morning, look around, and see if we've caught anything. So it's just more convenient doing it that way. Okay, good morning, everybody. Time to have a little breakfast here. We're going to break open the ice. The dogs look like they're happy. Actually, they're probably starving. There's the fox. He obviously has not fallen into our trap yet, but I think what we're going to do is probably leave the area for a little while, and we might do a little hunting, see if we can't catch some more food. Like I said, I'm not really looking for the meat. We need it for the furs. That would be the best thing. So even if I find some small game, I'll probably go for that, but I think this fox needs to be left alone so it can stumble into one of these mini traps we've got. He's probably driving the dogs crazy too, so I'm just going to leave. All right, let's get out of here. And like I said, oh, look, there's a foreign trader. Hold on. Let me go grab those lynx furs real quick, and we will see if he's got anything worth trading for. Now, I do have this fine winter elk fur, but it's only a small piece of a fur. I'll just take it with me. Just see. Maybe we can throw that in to sweeten the deal at some point. But where'd he go? It's just right here. There it is. Okay, we encountered him. Now, the annoying part is when you encounter them in the trees like this, they're really hard to spot all of them. But there's usually 4 or 5, maybe more. Greet them, introduce ourselves, and let's see what he's got to trade. Short sword and a round shield. Not interested. All right, I'll see if I can talk to some of these guys. They're kind of far, but nonetheless, we can still kind of shout at them. Short bow, fine broadhead arrows. Now that's interesting. Yeah, let's see. You know what? On second thought, no. I'm not going to trade for those, and I'll tell you why. Because we know that masterwork blacksmith, right? That guy up to the north. I've already put an order. He's making us an axe right now. I can have him make us masterwork quality arrowheads, So I might as well not even pay for these. We just have to craft the arrows ourselves, but that's not a big deal. Ooh, now that looks nice. That's a fine long mail hauberk. That would be some incredible armor. It's very heavy, but that's okay. In a combat situation, I would be glad to have the extra weight for the protection it offers. So let's just see. I don't know if he's willing, but let's see what our 3 superior lynx furs do. It needs to be doubled, he says. And I doubt this is going to do it. No. Well, that's unfortunate, but that's just how it goes. Now you see why I need more furs. Because these guys can have some pretty incredible armor on them, but usually it's pretty expensive. 7 broadheads, a spear might not be bad. What's her spear skill at? She's not that great. She's only competent with the skill. Be better off with the knives that I've got probably, but nonetheless, not a big deal there. Not a big deal. We're not really going to get into too much combat with this character. Maybe, inadvertently, possibly if we run into some robbers or something again. But I'm not trying to go on like a raiding spree or anything. I've got series that are based around raiding. And I do have an idea for another series where we're probably going to try and wipe out the enemy here, which is the purple guys. In case you're unfamiliar, these are the one hostile tribe. You can make any of the tribes hostile if you attack them, obviously, but these guys come out hostile right out of the gate. So I have a series dedicated to destroying this faction, but I didn't complete it because we ended up drowning. So I didn't even die by combat in that one. So I feel like that series got left, kind of high and dry, no pun intended. And I want to pick that up again. So this isn't going to be the series we do that in, but in the future, you can definitely count on more Unreal World content. And that's going to be one of the big goals down the road. But we'll roll a brand new character and all that good stuff for that one. But right now, like I said, we're just doing a little bit of hunting. Oh, you know what? Let me go drop these furs off again. Well, unfortunately, the foreign traders didn't really have anything. Well, they did have some stuff I wanted, but we can't afford it. So let's drop this, get rid of the extra weight, and let's just peek around here, see if that fox happened to stumble into a trap. Nope, not yet. We might not catch him either because these traps aren't the greatest. And again, they don't have food in them, so not baiting the traps. It's not 100% necessary, but I'm sure it probably does help having some bait in those traps. Okay, well, we are back here at our shelter, and you know what I was just thinking while I was out there looking for more animals to hunt? I realized, we don't have any meat preparing at this location right now, which is good, because what that means is this is a good opportunity. Oh, there's the wolf, or the fox. This is a good opportunity to pick up everything at this location that we want to keep, like my club, obviously my Masterwork Broadhead, all the valuable stuff that we've been acquiring, and move it to our final cabin location where I plan on building at. So what I'm going to do, like I said, I'm going to grab as much as I can here. Hopefully I can carry all this. If not, we can push some of the stuff onto the dogs too. I'm not going to take like the branches or the slender trunks. Obviously, we're definitely grabbing the meat. You know what? I think I'm going to put these bags of rice and grain and stuff and put those on the dogs. Let me just pick all this up and see, because I'd like to get settled in our new location, and during the summer months, we'll probably hire some more labor, and we'll have them chop down trees as we start to actually build up a cabin finally. Now, I think I've got enough meat to get me through the season. So, because if you're unfamiliar, you can't actually dry meat in the summer, not outdoors, because it's too hot and humid. So you have to smoke the meat, which requires an indoor location with a fire, so you can capture the smoke and whatnot. So in other words, we need to get our mind around building a cabin here pretty soon. All right, yeah, she's got 250 pounds on her. That's too much even there. So yeah, I'm gonna have to drop some more stuff. Let me go ahead and sort out my inventory, get some of this loaded onto the dogs, and we're gonna head out. Okay, well, I've got everything I need on me. We're about to leave the location, and I just noticed that, yes, we did catch the wolf. Or I keep calling it a wolf. We did catch the fox. There he is right there. Oh, man, I'm almost tempted. Can I disable this? Yeah, I was going to say, I'm almost tempted to just let him go. There he goes. All right, so I disabled the trap. I've never done that before, believe it or not, but I don't want to sit around here. Let's make sure he's not injured. He's probably okay, right? Yeah, he's a little bit fatigued, but fine. So we released the fox. Like I said, I don't want to spend too much time around here. I'm ready to move, pick up stakes, and get out. So I've decided. I did in previous episodes make this location the spot where we were going to build a cabin, but I've been rethinking it, and I think I'm going to come up here to the north, and we've already kind of looked at this spot. I like this spot a lot. It's got some water access. It's in a nice little rowan and alder grove, and it's also closer to the Koivula, and I believe it's pretty close to the green guys too. Yeah. So we can come over here and introduce ourselves to this civilization. So I like that. And, it's still close enough to our hunting grounds. You can see there's some nice dark green areas over here to the west, so I think we'll still be able to catch plenty of meat and stuff. Plus, we got all this to explore around it. But in other words, we're switching it up. I'm changing my mind, and we're going to live up here to the north. But no big deal. We just have to hire a couple more hands. I'll probably end up hiring like 4 or 5 people this time, and we're just going to clear cut this forest, and I'll have them help me like carve up the tree trunks into logs and stuff. But we got a few more errands we have to do before we're ready to actually start putting down the foundation. I need to go get that other axe too that I ordered. I haven't forgot about that this time. So we've got a lot still ahead of us, guys, in this series. And of course, the questing is nowhere near done yet. So I hope you guys are enjoying it. Hit that like button for me, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you all on the next episode.